Now to a project that's bringing the prehistoric past to your PC. Almost a decade ago, palaeontologists from WA discovered an animal graveyard in a Nullarbor cave, including a rare, complete skeleton of a marsupial lion. Now the discovery is part of an online game, as Jake Sturmer reports.
These days, computer games are all about realism.
So at one point, there'll be nothing.
But abseiling down into a dark cavern underneath the Nullarbor just to map a cave for a game is taking realism to another level.
When I was entering the cave and I looked down and it was completely dark and I had no idea what I was rappelling into, and that actually kind of scared the crap out of me.
A secret location in the middle of the Nullarbor plain isn't the kind of place you'd expect to find a video game developer.
It did rain, it was cold and it was windy, but it was just all part of the experience, so I just took it on as how it was and I really enjoyed myself.
Dr Min Tran braved the elements, all to painstakingly digitally recreate this cave.
It's because it's a very complex cave. It has very, very intricate structure. It's got features that can't be uniquely identified between sequences to be able to triangulate where exactly it is in the cave.
It's all for an online game aimed at providing an entertaining look at the normally academic world of paleontology. It'll give players the opportunity to discover and reconstruct fossils.
Educational games is a great way for people to learn about science, paleontology, the evolution of science processes, and about the animals themselves and our past ancient history.
The WA Museum's documentary producer Clay Bryce helped secure the funding to get the game underway. And while the paleontologists are hunting for more bones, he's hunting for more money to make sure the game gets finished.
We should hopefully have somebody come forward and say, gee, we'd like to be part of this project. We would like to fund this project.
In 2002, when cavers discovered these 3 holes in the middle of the Nullarbor, little did they know they contained a veritable treasure trove of fossils, including this complete skeleton of a Thylacoleo, a marsupial lion that's been extinct for 50,000 years.
That discovery was certainly one of the most important paleontological discoveries ever made in Australia.
Dr Gavin Prideaux from Adelaide's Flinders University was a part of the team that found it. But it wasn't just the one skeleton that made the discovery significant. The caves proved to be a graveyard for all sorts of unknown creatures, some of which may have been there for hundreds of thousands of years.
It's certainly a new species, and I think there's an excellent chance that it is probably a new genus and species.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So it's a major find.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the complete skeleton too.
Getting a sense of the place is easier said than done. Just manoeuvring around the caves is tough, and definitely not for anyone remotely claustrophobic.
It's a bastard.
I sort of came up a different way, and it's a tad tight.
Imagine trying to map all that in 3D, and you begin to get a sense of the task Dr Min Tran is facing.
We collected some video footage of the cave and some still shots as well, and from these images we were able to match features between successive images, and through that we were able to triangulate points of features within the cave in 3D space, and that's how they're represented here.
Much like funding for the project, the 3D map is still very much a work in progress. Dr Tran is hoping to return to the caves to get an even more accurate picture, and that's not beyond the realms of possibility. Another expedition could be on the cards. There's still potentially thousands of bones to be found.
In fact, today, one of our team members, Aidan, managed to capture a kestrel in the cave, and we've taken it back up to the surface and released it, so it won't become a fossil.
While that kestrel got a lucky break and will live to fight another day, the many creatures down here who didn't make it could one day live on in a PC near you.